Switching my device from one hand to the other, and I hit the wrong button. Person up here fishing this morning. Be right back. Now you can see the steam coming off the water a little better. This is a good chance to sit there and explain to you lake effect snow. Think of this as Lake Michigan, and the steam right here, as you see, is flowing from the right to the left. Think of this as being Chicago right here. Over here on this side is South Haven, and then towards Kalamazoo. Okay, dead of the winter, lake gets a little warmed up. One reason or the other, you have Arctic blast coming across it. We'll just call it an Arctic blast. Really cold air moving quickly. Okay, well, the lake steams up, and as the steam travels across the lake, it gets colder and colder. It rises as steam rises, and it turns into snow. By the time it gets to the other side of Lake Michigan, South Haven, Benton Harbor, Muskegon, all the way up, it just blankets you. Okay, if it wasn't for Lake Michigan steaming up, we'd get very little snow. We get normal snowfall, and not the big all right, it is fishing friendly, of course. Now that I'm standing over here, and we'll just call it the Chicago side, lily pads coming on. This will fill up right off Chicago. Fishermen, of course, there's many places to put your boats, and like to go out there and fish salmon like anywhere else. And they have radar or sonar, fishing detectors and so forth. And there's a party out there trolling along, and something looked very odd on the detector. They were in about 60 or 65 feet of water, and it's pretty clear over there. And so they did have snorkeling equipment, and they just said, we're going to stop, we're going to take a look. And somebody put their head over the side, so to speak, with a mask on, and took a look down there and said, I think we better go down. One guy dove down about 15-20 feet, got a closer look, came back up and says, yep, bodies. And so a call was made, and they lingered in the area until the authorities got there and went down, and there was cement blocks or something tied on with a rope or a chain that was tied on to three people. Three people. And they were just kind of bloated and floating as they were. And that's what looked funny on the radar. There was a signal coming off the bottom showing two distinct human forms kind of suspended off the bottom in the on that sonar. And yeah, and so a mystery was solved. Gang related, not the fedora wearing 1920s and 30s. The others, they're in the greater Chicagoland area. Very interesting. So yeah, every time I think of Chicago and I look off Meigs Field, what used to be Meigs Field there, off the Alder Planetarium, I think of fishing sonar. Tug on that hummingbird, or whatever they had. Boy, they're really going to town on these big old trees. Peeling the bark right off them. Look at that. This caging keeps the animals from going down through this flowway between the upper lake and the lower lake down there below. We'll take a closer look. Here's an area right here where these little dudes are scooting right down the bank, just like a gator, making a pathway. Look at this one. Right on down in there. Well, they're doing what beavers do. They beaver. Ain't that right, Larry? That's right. Beavers beaver. And you heard it right from the man himself. Look at the size of that beaver there. Yeah, that's a big beaver. This is very nice. They say it's a little low lake level, but it's nice down here. Generally, this whole area down here below is full of water all the way up around here. You can sit here, or you can sit right here and just hang out. I'm gonna walk up this way today. Look how this tree right here is grown, all knotted around each other. Roots going downhill. Got all the different trees just kind of wound and growing together, rooted in, but dead in the center. There, this has had better days. Yeah. Alrighty then. All different kinds of wildflowers. Berries right here. Can't tell if these are blackberries, probably raspberries. They're not pawpaws, that's for sure. We're not way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. We're out here in the berries, man. Those gotta come out a little bit more. All right. Let's see what's hiding around here. Last time we were here, we took the low road. We're going to take the high road today. Well, this is quite a little topographical feature back here. That terraces at the top. This has been all eroded out. The receding ice sheet all the way back down here behind us. Yes, this is a nice vantage point. We will proceed. Now it's even higher over here, straight ahead. It's actually towards the north. A little ridge line we just came up. It's really something. Now, back in the day, here at the Asylum, there was the ad building, the old one that I mentioned, that sat way back there. We talked about the haunted and so forth. But there was a series of cottages built out of brick that sat down around those little lower roads. And I didn't know about those until recently. I thought it was all that one central building, but it was not. Learn something new every day. A lot of people only thought, because that's all they seen, those cottages had been raised years before the that ad building. And so, yes, very interesting facts. That this is quite the cut through here. There is a trail going down to this little swamp. You see down below there. And then over here are condos all built. Okay. And here's some rubble. It's right here. And I don't know but whether or not we're on some kind of a little bridge. And it looks like it may be. And they may have broke this up at one time, because it sure does look like it was meant to be here. Looks like the sides to a concrete bridge, and there's a pipe there. I just missed that coming past it. We're up here pretty high. We're from the center of that pond, you go straight up to my chin, and you're 45, 50 feet. Yeah, this could have been the guardrail along the side of a bridge that went through here. It's the only thing I can think it would be. I'll be right back. Well, folks, here is the east entrance. Sorry about that. This is the east entrance. Condos all around. Place to sit. Shows right where we're at. Up here where the blue star is. Very interesting. Found another remnant back here. Let's go take a look. Right here, all the condos. Down here, I found a cable. You can just see it there on this post. It's a thick steel cable. Runs along here, so this was cabled off at one time to keep you from driving down there into oblivion. Yeah. Looks like those spaceships have pretty much drained this ocean. Oh, that's the other oblivion. Sorry. Let's go back up here and look at this bridge. I'm sure that's what this is. If you ever wanted to climb a really big tree, find out what it's like to be like, oh, up in the limbs, just follow this one right here. This is what it'd be like. You have a long ways to go. Yeah, you can see the topography right here. How this right here has been built up. You can see the change in the roadbed as you go from this area right here where it starts to get really deep to the other side. That used to be a bridge. Those right there were the I'm gonna not positively say, but pretty well say those were the sides, and you rode over this, and it's been knocked down for whatever reason. Here's still some of the material right here in the bed. This could have been a big washout at one time, and somebody came in here and plugged it up with these slabs and then covered it over. There's a big old drop off here on the other side too. The way that's just kind of craggy there coming up through, it's just slabbed all over here. This may have been a repair using road rubble from a construction site, a road site or something. Look at that big piece of it's been here a while, a re-rod sticking there out of the moss covered piece of cement with wildflowers growing all over the top of it. That didn't happen just last week. Again, there's a bunch of bent re-rod right up in here. That means reinforcing rod, the steel rods that they set in patterns, the cement forms before they pour the cement. When it dries, they have those steel rods running through it, and it just really makes it strong. Fortifications in the military are generally, if they have time and it's well done, they will certainly use reinforced concrete or invasive vine on this tree here. Here's one of the... Thanks, folks, very much for watching these videos here of this nature walk around Asylum Lake. My device ran out of power in the middle of a sentence. I'm very sorry. Guess I went a little long-winded. Next time I will bring my reserve power source with me. I'll certainly have it with me when I'm with my grandson walking around downtown Chicago in a couple of weeks. See you in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell and thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Talk to you a little later. Stay safe out there.